That's right, everyone. We're back to episode 27
We can count.
of The Glass Cage. I'm JH.
I'm George.
And yeah, we're back. And it's all thanks to Serafin. We got the video, so if you enjoy watching, go over to YouTube, watch it over there. So
Still got time.
still got time.
Get
Yep,
in.
we're 5 episodes in of our 12.
Yeah.
So-
And for the competition,
Yeah, the competition is before the 31st of May, so
still got time.
still got time.
Get in.
So a nod to them. Serafin Machinery have a passion for introducing innovation into the agricultural industry and providing customers with exceptional service and quality products at the best prices. Each day, they strive to be the seeding and tillage specialists.
By providing a combination of Australian designed and manufactured seeding and tillage equipment with imported quality products, Serafin can provide the very best range of farming equipment to suit Australian farmers, contractors and resellers.
With dealers in most states, Serafin Machinery believe their continued success is a result of 4 factors:
Selling quality equipment at competitive prices,
ensuring every experience is A+ rated,
exceptional staff who share the same values as the company,
industry-leading manufacturing, assembly and servicing facilities. All right, George, how's your week been?
Been good. Traded the glass cage for the big blue open cage.
Oh, yes. Welcome.
Yeah. I've been picking rocks and fixing some of those troublesome spots on the final couple paddocks.
Yeah, yep. So is that going into seeding or you've already seeded them and the rocks come up?
A bit of both. So like areas that we knew that were going to be bad. So go and pick the rocks and fix the washouts and fix the ruts and stuff.
Yep.
And then sometimes going back over what the seeder has been through and just go and pick them and make sure that they're gone.
You got a disc seeder though.
Yeah, they roll over them.
Tines are meant to bring rocks up, not discs.
Yeah, look, it's one of those troublesome paddocks that we just haven't picked. But no, the one comment that Tom made when we were out there trying to fish a troublesome one out of the ground was, I am glad that we do not own a DBS.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
The old dig big stones.
Yep. So you guys finished yet or getting close?
No, getting close. We're in the death blows. We're in the in the vinegar strokes of seeding.
You must be getting close. Rigby's no longer on the old night shift. So.
No, we pulled night shift off.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Phrasing. We stopped night shift knowing that these troublesome rocky paddocks were coming up. So I'm never going to live that one down. That's atrocious. We just got a little bit of pasture and lupins and stuff tomorrow and then down to the coast and, yeah, we're scratching some barley.
Copy.
Yeah, you guys have obviously been finished, but...
Yes, no, so we've washed all the gear now. Well, I say we, it was Summers, so I didn't do a thing.
the royal we.
I was supervisor. He's getting inside all the bins and he's like, why are you even here? I'm like, well, I've got to make sure you don't die.
Yeah, you did the course.
The course, yeah. And then I was just holding driving the forklift for him and all that. So.
Yeah.
No, we did that, packed a lot of things away, washed trucks, did all that. And then my week was short. On Thursday afternoon, I went to, Lake Grace.
Yep.
And then went to Perth on Friday because we had a school walk around.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Go see the school that the kids are going to.
Yep.
And then on Sunday, I decided to go and just run 12Ks for some reason. So.
Yeah. You missed out on hockey.
So, I did the HBF run for a reason, did the 12K. I survived.
That's good. You're here.
I'm here.
Yeah.
And whoever does running, I did it in an hour and 17 minutes.
I don't even know how far.
Average of 6 minutes a kilometre. So.
Can you give it to us in furlongs?
Yes, it's about 102 furlongs per banana.
How many bushels were you carrying?
I'm carrying a lot of bushels, mate. All right. Yeah, no, that's about it. Oh, and then this week, what are we doing? We're cutting down all trees at my house site, just getting them all nice and neat because they were all
bit
pretty
untidy.
untidy.
A bit of post-em spraying.
Henry's done a little bit of cletho on the early sown stuff. We got the agronomist out tomorrow to see what's going on there. So we'll see.
Yep.
But I figured we'll start this one off. We've got a voice note.
Yep.
And it's from Jimmy again.
Oh, Jimmy.
So here we go.
Boys, here is my 2 a.m. seeding thought. Now that you're both parents, if you had to name your next child something agriculturally related, what would it be? Had plenty to think about this myself, and I'm going to go for Miller Nitro if it's a boy, and a tie between Alice Chalmers and Cat Challenger if it's a girl. Hooroo! Catch you guys later.
He's having fun on the in the glass cage, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Naming after tractors. Sort of seems like a very American, like a Texan sort of thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, they call people Hunter over there.
Yeah. Hunter.
Yeah. He's going to grow up and be a fierce hunter.
Yeah. No, he's going to work in finance.
What about Tri-Bime with the way the world's going?
Tri-Bime. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a 2 a.m. If it had to be agricultural,
Well, obviously, for a boy, John, dear.
Yeah, well, I mean, you're there. Technically, George means farmer. So
What? In what language?
in English, fact check it. Fact check it.
What, like how you say I'm going to the John men in the toilet?
No, well, yeah, but it's like Farmer George, and George actually means farmer, apparently. Well, apparently. I don't know.
No, fact check that.
Fact check it. I don't know. Those are good suggestions, but I don't think that they would pass the missus.
No, I mean, Cat could.
Oh, Cat could.
Cat could, like you said, Cat Challenger.
Yeah.
Definitely Massey Ferguson's not getting.
Massey's not getting a look in. Fent is definitely not getting a look in.
Rogator ain't getting a look in.
No.
Case IH.
Yeah, probably not.
Nah.
Oh, Case though. Good name
Case.
for a boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't think the sponsors are going to get a look in at Serafin.
Serafin, yeah, no. Baldan.
Yeah. Oh, good one, Jimmy. Now we're off on a tangent. It's not even 2 a.m.
Yeah, I don't know. What else?
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to go down the plants for animals, I'd be thinking like it'd be pretty cool to have a little dude running around called Rattus. The scientific name for a rat. That was the easiest one I could remember from uni.
Marshmallow or canola or...
Yeah, it's Brassica napus.
Emu. Yeah, okay. Right. Now we're stuck. All right. Now we did get another 2 a.m. thought. This one's from Kirk Hull. And he says, why do we get in cars but get on a bus?
Because you are the cargo that gets put onto the bus.
Isn't it because you're walking? You can walk and you got to get on it.
Yeah, but much the same as a cattle truck, like a cattle trailer.
And he's also got, is drinking water through a straw the opposite of snorkeling?
No. Well, it would be if you drank with your lungs. No, it is not. No, unequivocally, no. That is not the opposite of snorkeling.
You gotta bear in mind it's 2 a.m. for him.
Yeah. Poor bloke. Yep.
All right. Now we did get one grind your gears and we did get one confession. Which do you want to hear first?
Let's go with grind our gears.
All right, grind our gears. So they've written in so as the groper bitch, I don't need 400 calls and messages from the driver telling me that he needs filling. You got 70 hectares last fill and you'll get 70 hectares this fill. I can bloody see you on my phone. You haven't stopped yet.
Yes. So the classic micromanaging from the seeder.
Yeah. I didn't say their name, did I?
No.
Okay,
no.
good, because I did say anonymous at the end. So
Yeah, well,
I
both-
just want to make sure I didn't say their name.
If you're going to grind your gears, it could actually expose yourself, especially with like a 2-person operation.
Dad, yeah. All right, here's the confession.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if I have read it, obviously, but I don't know if there's penance because it was so long ago. But
Okay.
see what you come up with. Okay, here we go. Just trying to find where I am. He goes, I'm unfortunately a smoker. I know it's a bad habit. And of course, we have a no smoking in the tractor rule. But to put it gently, I may have been slightly hot-headed in my later teens and snotted the old man when I was younger. It's not all bad. He is my best mate these days. And to top it off, after that punch, he can't smell a thing anyway. So I can still get away with smoking in the glass cage and he's none the wiser.
Oh, wow! I don't think there's a statute of limitations on on that.
I'm giving your old man a good,
Yeah,
good left, right, good night.
Yeah, I think that must have been one of the early ones where we said they can't fire you.
Yeah.
reckon that one probably would have been pretty close to.
Well, obviously, Dad didn't fire him.
No, kept him around. I don't know. I'm sure that over the years you've made up for it, but I reckon that a little bit of inward self-reflection, maybe just giving it one last go at quitting the smokes might be a good
Might be a
attempt.
good idea. Don't get onto vapes.
Yeah, no, that's a cycle, isn't it?
Yeah. All right. And guys, reach out to us on the Glass Cage Pod on Instagram. Let us know. We want to hear more confessions, more grind your gears,
Yeah,
more questions.
yeah. We will hold your names. It's not like it's
We won't say.
Yeah, we're not building a list.
Of blackmail.
We're not going to go and blackmail you.
Yeah.
So
Even just random questions like Brett Jenkins here. He goes, "G'day boys. First of all, loving the podcast and the YouTube. Not sure if you've answered this yet, but what kinds of podcasts and audiobooks do you blokes listen to? Getting a bit short of options at this point of seeding. Would love to take on some suggestions. Cheers."
that's a good one. It often gets thrown around on the Facebook groups. People looking for suggestions.
Yeah, so let's rule out obviously music because that music's music.
Yeah,
What podcasts do you listen to
I don't listen
besides
to
the Glass Cage?
besides the Glass Cage. I don't listen to a huge number of podcasts. I'm a bit more of an audiobook person. So.
Any podcast?
No. See, I mean, yeah, the comedy ones. So, like, Theo Von, all that sort of stuff.
If you want some shower thoughts.
Yeah, that's or like just light-hearted stuff. But audiobooks, I tend to go to the sci-fi side of things.
Yeah,
Seems to
okay.
be.
Oh, hit us with some
Some
books.
I mean, it's very topical.
Yeah.
June. It was always
Oh, yeah.
books.
Yep.
Books.
I
a lot
watched the
better.
movies. It was pretty overrated, I thought. but-
Oh well.
We're not getting into a movie review.
No, and then I don't know. There's been a handful of sci-fis. I mean, hit us up. I'll send through some recommendations privately to people. I can't think of them off the top of my head.
Well, podcasts, I listen, obviously, Hamish and Andy,
Yep.
Jake and Amir,
Yeah,
comedy duo from
Yeah.
over in America. That's the only two comedy sort of podcasts I listen to.
yep.
I listen to Case Files,
Oh yeah.
so true crime,
Yeah.
and
Those are on the opposite spectrum, aren't they?
yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's-
you got to even them out,
Yeah.
and also Sword and Scale, so another true crime podcast. Done very differently, those two, and I love listening to the old
couple of bit of murder.
murder. Serial killers really fascinate me.
Yeah.
It's anyway, and then books. I listen to quite a lot of audiobooks.
Yep.
I've obviously done the Harry Potter series.
Yeah.
I've done every single Jack Reacher there is.
Oh wow.
Matt Riley.
Yeah.
The Jack West Jr. series, 7 books in that. That one, I recommend that. It's really good. Scarecrow, the series, really good as well.
Well, there you go, Brett. You got enough to get yourself to the end of seating now.
Greg Beck, I've listened to like all his books as well.
It's good. Now, when you say, like, if you're in conversation with someone out in the wild,
I say I've read them.
You say you've read them.
I've read like 4 books in my life. I haven't got time to read.
I've read more instruction manuals than books.
Yeah, so.
No, there's a few there. It's good.
The Da Vinci, that series, that was really, there's multiple series. And they go for so long.
I prefer biographies and stuff as well. It's always good.
Yeah.
History.
Henry, he listened to the rise and fall of the Third Reich. It was like 68 hours long.
Between your murder mysteries and his choice, I'm a little concerned of what's
going on at Tom's Brook.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. All right. Well, actually, we do have one more thing.
Right.
We've got the...
how could we forget?
Yeah, we can't. How?
Right. So, how are we gonna lead into this?
Hang on.
Yeah, that's probably appropriate. We'll say this once, and then we'll run with the abbreviation. We're going to be running a little thing here, and it's called Fuck Up of the Year.
Yeah, competition, obviously.
Yeah,
don't try and win it.
Yeah, really, it's a competition that everyone's in, but no one wants to win. So,
or do they?
Well, look, no one really wants to win this. It's one that you really want to avoid. But FUOTY for short.
FUOTY, yep.
Basically, if you have a major or even just a real clanker of a minor one that gets you, send it in. We'll run a board. We'll rank them, and then the winner will get a prize at the end. So whoever, unfortunately, has the biggest FUOTY, will win the FUOTY. And we'll rank you out as they come in, a bit of a leaderboard sort of situation, and then at the end, someone unlucky will win a kindly donated Yeti Cup.
Yeti Cup, yep, by Orendine Farms.
Yes, yeah. So some local guys here who have been.
Well, they started it.
They've been part of the FUOTY for a little while.
If you guys follow us on Instagram, John Feathers tagged us in his story.
Yes.
And he said, can we have a FUOTY competition?
Yeah.
And, he'd like to nominate himself because, unfortunately, the liquid cart, well, it decided to stay where it was. But
part of it did. The other part didn't. It bifurcated. So
yeah, I don't reckon that's his fault, but...
no, it is just some
but
of them...
it's a huge FUOTY. So.
Yeah. So we'll if you send it in, we'll discuss, we'll rank it.
Yeah, George is going to get us a nice galvanised sign.
Similar to
Top Gear.
Yeah, Top Gear. We'll just rank them out, and if we get one that comes through that can top that last week's one, then up she goes.
So you want to do us like a seeding? I suppose it'll have to be sort of seeding pre-em.
Yeah, seeding, spraying, and we'll find a date to finish it, and then
a harvest one.
Run it again at harvest because that's where you can see some real clangers coming through. But again. The idea is not to go out and deliberately win this, guys. If someone's looking in and going, I'd really like a Yeti Cup, no. But another main point of it is to sort of share and learn because you often only see like the shiny side where everyone puts on a good music video and see the good stuff.
That's why on YouTube I try and show that I do screw up.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I... we gassed the Will's crop.
Yeah.
I went and showed it. I was like, look, stuff ups happen.
Yeah.
And sometimes even when you've tried to control it as much as you possibly could, it still happens.
FUOTY. So
yeah.
Send them in. We'll judge them. We'll whack them up, whack some of our own up, interject some of the previous FUOTY winners from years gone by. I reckon I might have one or two.
Well, I definitely won it back in 09 or whenever it was when I did the,
the boom a couple of times.
Yeah. Actually, that was more like 08, something like that. Anyway, going back a few years.
Send them in. I reckon at the moment we've got a couple up on top, but let's see what comes out of the woodworks.
Yep, send them into the Glass Cage Instagram. Yeah, and we will judge from there.
Yeah.
With the story, obviously. Don't just send the photo.
Yeah.
We need the story, the background.
Yeah. You need to paint the picture.
Yeah.
Paint the picture if you want the Yeti.
Or if you don't want the Yeti, but,
Yeah.
All right. Well, we thought for the back half of this pod, we might have a little chat about batching and boom sprays and
brewing.
Brewing.
It's something that you see. Everyone has a different approach, a different rig, a different setup. There's some very expensive and very flash ones out there. There's also some just really well thought out setups. I think basically you can break it up into 3, which would be like a nurse tank, batching unit, or like batching trailer, and then brewing out of the boom. So that's generally the 3 ways that I think about it being done.
Yeah. Yep. Well, let's start with the simple one of brewing it out of the boom.
Yeah. So,
Well, I mean that's where you start.
Yeah.
You start brewing from the boom, and then you might go, oh, you know what? Having a now I can't remember.
Like
the
batch
name.
mate or
the batch mate, whatever they are, the yellow things.
Yeah, yep. So like brewing out of the boom, obviously with your induction hopper and then your micromatic fittings and like induction through that way and venturi. Benefits that I find with that is that you can do very small brews and custom brews.
Yeah, very specific. Yeah.
Yeah. Say you want to go and do a little bit of trial work yourself and do, 3 different treatments in short succession.
Yep.
You don't have to do a big batch up, or you don't have to go and do that whole thing and then decontaminate the whole batching unit.
Yeah.
Obvious disadvantage is hours running up on the machine.
Yeah, so let's just start with the basics. Obviously, the granny hopper, and then, like you're just saying, the micromatic.
Yep.
We do it slightly different. So you suck every single one of your chemicals through a micro.
Yes.
You go out the top, you minimise risk to human 100%.
Yep.
And you're sealed the whole way.
Yes.
We do it slightly different because we're trying to get quicker, get out, get done, speed that process up. So we use the bottom of shuttles, even paraquat.
Yeah.
So we screw the old cam lock on. We have the cam lock hose, chuck her on, and that goes through our micromatic, whatever you want to call it, on the agrifact, the induction hopper.
Yep.
And then open your tap, suck it through, close the tap, and then crack it, get the air in there to obviously minimise having any splash.
Yep.
Probably would be ideal to have tap on the hose as well. I have thought of that to really minimise the risk of splash. But just from basics, that's where we're slightly different.
Yeah,
we risk more.
Yeah. So the next step from that is as the batching trailer or like the brew trailer starts to evolve. And
actually, just before that, on your, you've got something different that I haven't seen before on your micromatic.
The flow meter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's currently out of action and out of the system. But flow meter on the micromatic, sucking from the top of everything.
Yep.
Calibrated. So like it's a Sotera one.
Yep.
Different cal factors for different chemicals, so different viscosities. It is good, like really good, and it is, measured, like checked, measured on the side with a shuttle gauge to just double check as we first started using it.
Yeah. Now you wholeheartedly believe in it. And
fantastic. It's expensive, but it's worth it. Things that you got to think about when you're doing that is where do you put your flow meter in the system? If you put your flow meter back on the boom and you've got a 6 meter long hose.
Oh yeah,
there's a significant amount of volume that's going through. So if you're just going off the one that's back of the boom, so you got to put it as close to where you're slurping
the chemical.
From.
Yep.
That then adds expense and complexity to a hose, effectively.
Yeah, no, I like the idea of that though, because we all do. It's 32 liters, and you're on the side, and you're like,
yeah.
It isn't too bad in a shuttle, but when you've got it, in an enviro, but in a shuttle, you're going off the shuttle gauges. Which before, I used to use my hand.
Yeah.
Because my fingers are 20 litres.
Yeah.
Because that's what it fit. And it was very dodgy, but I mean, the weeds died.
Yeah. It's the old, not just good enough.
But no, so I like that idea. So, implementing things.
Yeah.
But yeah, like you're saying, you progress.
Yeah. So then seeing, so then progresses to naturally the progression then goes, okay, how can we get this better out of the bottom? Starts to get a dedicated trailer, batching trailer.
Yeah.
So you start to put a batch mate, any of those induction hoppers on a pallet, those sorts of things that can sit there and do your agitation. You can put all your dry stuff into solution before it gets slurped into the machine. You can have rinse systems running through your lines and dedicated hard lines for chemical. So you go from the shuttle through to your batch mate and then into the boom with a rinse for that flush line.
No, it depends on how much water, you end up just rinsing it with chemical.
Yeah, unless you've got a good freshwater source plumbed through. So it starts to add complexity, but it is I see that sort of system gets to the ultimate of a batching system, which would be the quick draw.
Yeah, before we get up to that, like the reason we went to, I think it's a Brando Hill batch mate, whatever they are.
Yeah.
But
Yellow ones.
Yeah, the yellow ones, 200 litres, I think. No, 800 litres.
Yeah.
So we went to that because atrazine, as I'm sure everybody knows, going through a granny hopper can work. And in the John Deere, it did, but in the Rogator, it didn't.
Yeah.
The Sonics, it never did.
Yeah.
We were always going over the roof.
Yeah.
So the AgriFac, it does work. It just goes too slow. So especially when you're doing 15 bags.
Yeah. It's a lot of material to try and get in.
Huge amount. So we're like, right, how do we speed this up? Okay, let's get one of these. You just slap it in that sharp bloody spike thing.
Yep.
Off you go. So that was brilliant. It sped Henry up from like 40 minutes to like 15 on his own.
Yeah.
And then even quicker when, Dad's there or me there batching the atrazine, which then went to, well, brilliant. We're going to use this now for doing our manganese and our copper.
Yep.
But the manganese, like we get liquid manganese and copper.
Yep.
And as I'm sure everybody knows, it can settle at the bottom. So you're slapping this drum on there and it's not getting it all out and it's just a nightmare. So then you're like, right, well, how do we improve this system?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, for me, it'd be a dream to have a trailer, But we'll get to the dreams, but yeah.
Yeah, so I think from a custom, the quick draw systems, which are just, you have all of your chemicals up there. You can have pre-programmed brews, and you tell it start brewing, and it will do the brew for you.
Hey guys, just popping in here for a quick announcement. Serafin are going to do a giveaway to one lucky listener. All you need to do is head over to Serafin Machinery's Instagram page and follow them. Easy as that. You also need to be following the Glass Cage on Instagram. So how do you win? As long as you are following Serafin's Insta before May 31st, 2024, you are in the draw and the winner will be announced on the pod the following week. So I know you're wondering, what do you win? You'll get your hands on an awesome merch pack put together by the guys at Serafin. The winner will get some hats, a jacket, which trust me, you're going to want. It's a very nice jacket. I've got one myself. A water bottle, a portable power pack, some stubby holders, and a few other knickknacks. So trust me, guys, you do not want to miss out on this one. Head over to their Insta, give them a follow. It'll be in the show notes below. Now back to the pod. Yeah, so for people who haven't heard about them, it's essentially what you're hooking onto every single chemical. All your taps are open.
Everything's all
it's
set,
all got a
ready
single
to go.
line.
It's like a vending machine for chemical. Basically, is the best way to describe it.
You put on the iPad. This is how much of each.
Yep.
And then when you're out spraying, you go, "Yeah, I'm coming in about 10 minutes. Start brewing."
Yep. Yeah, and it'll start to put it into a little hot tank, and then starts to brew it all up. Expensive, very expensive. But that's like that. Having seen a couple of them out and about, it is an awesome system. absolutely awesome. I think it's in contrast to the other way that's very quick of a nurse tank that's been brewed up and then comes
For
out
you.
and then
Yeah.
for you and then hot fills you. I like the fact that like the quick draw doesn't have heaps of chemical brewed up all at once for the entire day. Whereas like some nursing systems...
Oh, some nursing people do. Yeah.
Yeah, where
Yep.
you've brewed up and you go, oh, I'm going to do four tanks. We all know how stuff settles out in tanks, products, pyroxasulfone, so Sakura settling out. If you've got different, like atrazine, if you left atrazine in solution, how much are you going to guarantee is through that without it being on full agitation all the time?
I mean, we used to risk... with the John Deere, we tried not to.
Yeah.
But with the AgriFac, because it's a live boom system, which
Yep.
now the John Deere is,
Yes.
you can flush your boom,
Yep.
and it flushes all the water through, and then
Yeah.
you don't have it sitting in your nozzles anymore,
Yeah.
and it's just sitting in the boom. And there's a couple times over seeding that Henry had to stop,
Yeah.
and the agitation system on that boom is insane.
Yeah.
So I have full confidence with that it wasn't gonna plug up.
But then if you've got your nursing system, you have to have your nursing
yeah.
system agitating to that level all day,
all day,
all the way through. So you've got to have your pumps
I've
agitating
always
to that same level.
Like when you're by yourself, how would you do it? Would you batch one in the morning so you can get going?
Yeah.
But before you start driving off, do you then batch a full another one
Yes.
so then you're ready to roll?
Do 2 brews.
So you do 2 brews. So then the next question is when you come in, you get that hot brew.
Yeah.
Do you then brew again? Or do you go out, get that because that was quicker,
And then
come
do
back in
2.
and then you stopped and you do 2 again?
Well, that's where you have someone on the ground brewing, but that increases the labour required for it.
Yeah.
But you can really cut down drastically on those engine hours on the most expensive engine hours that you've got.
Yeah. The nurse tank would be amazing in the fact that you don't have to get out you got to get out. Yeah. But, it's brewed for you. I used to hate as a boom spray driver coming in to brew. It sucked.
Yeah, this is the best part of the day.
No, the best part of the day is out there smashing heckies.
Nah.
But yeah, like having someone drive out there and fill you up and off you go. I think it probably works better for a contractor.
Yeah, contractor or large where you're running maybe 2 booms and you've got 2 booms running out in big open paddocks and you have 1 brewmaster.
Yeah, because if it's just a son and dad op, and you've just got one brewing for the other, then you got like dead time.
Yeah, yeah.
It only takes at most on a complex brew 20 minutes.
Yeah,
and it'll take, depending on the size of your tank and your capabilities out in the paddock, it's going to take anywhere from an hour to hour and a half to get that out.
Yeah. There's a lot of time sitting there.
A lot of time reading your newspaper.
I could see getting the benefit of things like ammonium sulfate mixed into solution for like glufosinate brews.
Yeah, definitely. You'd be mixing it better. Better than what we do. You're just like, boom, that's in, right, on to the next one. Because you're trying to you're trying to get those 7 tanks a day.
Yeah, but all that chemistry has been built on. Okay, this is the time.
Yeah, look, I agree, but then you read any single label and it says I've got to go in first and I need this much water.
Yeah, they all jump up forwards and say, give me first.
Even the ones that we know are meant to go in last. Put me in first. Like, it's ridiculous. Or put me in before this chemical, but not after that. And it's like,
jar test. But okay, so out of all of that, so brewing out of the boom, brewing with the boom, which you and I are both doing. Then the batchmate trailer sort of setup.
Yep.
And so like batchmate to quick draw and then nurse tank system. What would be so no money, what would be your dream setup? Like dream.
Yeah, so in my, have you seen the Dash systems?
No.
So they're a Canadian company.
Yes, the Dash, the big, they do like.
Yeah, they do big semi-trailer loads.
Yeah.
So they look simple but confusing when you first see them.
Yeah.
But one thing I did like about them is you've got your shuttles up top.
Yeah.
And yet that shuttle is hooked into the granny hopper below.
Yeah.
And then, it's all one, like, ding, you open it, it goes, it fills, ding.
Yep.
So, I mean, that's all right. But my dream setup would be probably like a semi-trailer or even like a
drop deck.
A drop, yeah. Like a smallish drop deck, not like a, Anyway, so then you've got your chemicals up high, like your gravity-fed chemicals up high.
Yeah.
That you can all hook into. We'd probably keep the batch mate.
Yeah.
Whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then have your granules at a good height to lift so you're not hurting your back.
Yeah. And not getting dust all over you if you have to lift them at a very good height.
So, and then like it'd be ideal to have multiple scud hoses. So let's say two scud hoses so that you don't have to get up every time you've got to change between the two.
Yep.
And then that hooked up with water trailer behind, I guess. But something. You need to be able to only to fill one at a time.
Yeah.
Like fill it so it fills the tray. The 8,000 litre tank, and then that fills the boom spray.
Yes. Yep.
And then you're just filling. Then hopefully you could have like the agrifact turned off.
Yeah.
And then just
yeah.
Save the engine hours. You're out there. You're filling up. You might be a little bit quicker, but your engine hours off and you can pump it straight in.
Yep.
But something that would be maneuverable around to all your brew up pads and stuff. I don't think we need to be driving out into paddocks and
out across.
We don't have the hectares
out across headlands and stuff and meeting at
points. Like you said, if we had two. If we were up at like 6,000 hectares, I'd look at a second boom and then you'd do that because you'd hire that extra person to then be your brewmaster, and then do that, and then that way you could actually cover the hectares when needed. But right now Henry can smash the hectares whenever he's needed to, and get it done. So I think just something that he can brew by himself, but quickly, efficiently, and safely would be ideal.
Yeah.
What about yourself?
Had a lot of time to think about it. Obviously, plinking up and down.
Every time I see it pop up on someone's Twitter or anything like that, I've got a whole file on my phone of photos of other people's batching systems.
Yeah. So two things. I would love to have a boom that could have direct chemical injection, DCI, just for like having those finicky bits where it's like a camera system with a direct chemical.
The John Deere R4045 came with that, and we had that taken off.
Yeah. Didn't like it? You can only do like a maximum of like 40 to 60 or 70 hectares. A brew? Yeah, okay.
Because they got 4 little cylindrical tanks on the back.
Yeah.
It's not built for Australian conditions.
Yeah.
But if they had one built for Aussie conditions where you could put that 250 litres of boxer in there, then the same amount of paraquat and all that, then that would be ideal.
Yeah, I'd love it for things like summer spraying where you've got a camera system.
Oh, yeah, that would be ideal.
And it goes, now we're identifying that we're going to be giving that an extra dose, but that's not exactly a brewing system. I think a shed,
well, kind of.
Well, it is it? Yeah, but I think a shed.
Now, I think I know what you're about to say here. You have multiple properties.
Yes, we do. I'm saying money's not an object, so I've sold all the rest and bought the neighbours.
Okay,
so we're brewing out of one.
Yeah.
But having seen some of the shed setups that people have got, where they've got everything there, and they've got a fully bunded brew area that everything's all plumbed in, beautiful rainwater source for their like straight for every brew, for every spray. Having a shed set up with effectively all of the chemical that you could ever need plumbed through into a flow meter. Fully calibrated flow meters through. That would be the dream.
Keg system, like in a bar. You know, they're all in a different
yeah.
shed. They like the shed behind, and you just pull in all your roundups and.
Yeah, and ideally, because money's no object, I would be having someone change my kegs for me. Like, Roundup's getting low. Better get them to go and change the keg. But I think realistically, I would be looking at a really nicely set up trailer with Batchmate.
Yes,
I think that would be it. Nurse tanks not really on the radar. Even with multiple boom sprays going, I don't think that we've got.
If we go back a couple of episodes, they're your boom sprays and nobody else is going to drive them.
I'd like to say I haven't been on the boom in the last 4 days. No, so that's where I reckon even having, because we've got the two booms at the moment, they're going to go off and do two vastly different jobs.
Yep.
The nurse tank doesn't really fit for that because you've got one that's going off and doing Intervix and Clethodim and the other one's going to go and do the first Roundup spray.
Yeah.
So, you've got a sort of custom brew for there. But if you have a really nice setup trailer that can be doing both but decontaminated, all that, yeah.
Oh, I don't know about doing both. I suppose if you're going over canola anyway, so it wouldn't really matter. But
your Intervix could become an issue. But yeah, so you just, it does lead you to the potential for stuff ups or FUOTY.
You're on the board.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we've actually got two trailers. Separate chemicals. But yeah, I think a really nice trailer setup would be the go. And that comes back to seeing what everyone's got. I'd love to.
Yeah, well, either send them in to us privately or maybe just on your stories, guys. Send us, tag us in how you batch.
Yeah,
We've seen a lot of seeders.
Don't let the seeder drivers get all the limelight.
Yeah, let's see your batching unit.
Yeah.
Show us your batcher.
Yeah. Ooh.
And if anyone's got a liquid batcher for, Flexi End and trace elements and all that, let me know because...
show us your seeding tenders.
Because, that's going to be my next... I'm going to be setting that up at the end of the year for next year, so...
Yeah, I want to see the roughest rig and the best rig.
Oh, well, I think that's nearly covered it, I reckon.
Yeah, I reckon that'll do it.
Yeah. Oh, well, guys. Again, thank you to Serafin.
Yep.
And, keep tagging us in all your Instagram posts. Reach out to us. We do want to hear some confessions.
Yes, some confessions. Some
you
FUOTYs.
will remain anonymous. Yeah. All right, guys. Cheers.